Well, heat and humidity are often part of our holiday season here on the Suncoast, and it doesn't always help our Christmas tree stay fresh. That's why our Christmas expert is here, Alex Bart from Choice Tropics, to help us come up with ways to keep our Christmas tree throughout the entire season and not have it just die on us.
That's right.
So, Alex, before we get into the tree tips, please tell me what is going on, why the trees are so expensive this year.
Yeah, trees are expensive. There's a few different things. One, there's been quite a drought in the Christmas trees' native habitat where they're actually grown. And, you know, you're looking at a 10% average increase on trees. There's a number of other environmental factors that have contributed to the increase.
Yeah, we went looking over the Thanksgiving holiday, and I was just like amazed by the prices. Woo.
Yeah.
Well,
I have an artificial tree, so I didn't know they've
I'm
gone
not
up.
worried about
I'm
it.
shocked that they've gone up so high.
all right, well, when we're looking at trees, what should we be looking for, you know, when you're picking out that tree?
Yeah, what you want to look for is a nice, pleasant scent. You want to make sure the needles are retained. So if you actually touch the tree and shake it, the outer needles aren't falling off.
Well, is it okay if it's losing some of the needles?
So the interior needles are okay. If some of those are falling off, it's the exterior needles. If they're falling off, more than likely the tree is dry and it's not going to last long.
So when you say exterior, you mean like on the edges of
Yeah, the
limb?
exterior needles, so
Okay.
from about 4 inches out.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and then the
Okay.
interior are the ones closest to the trunk.
Gotcha.
And so
Okay.
Stephanie was telling us about a story, like, you know, when you mentioned trying to make sure that tree lasts the entire season.
Right.
Well, Stephanie was telling us a tip is Sprite. Does
You
that
put 'em in
work?
Sprite
Put
instead
the
of water?
tree in.
Right. Commercial additives are no good except for maybe contributing to the Coke stock. So don't use Sprite.
Where does that come from? I mean, I know that's a common rumor.
There's a lot of urban myths out there. Here are the facts. Research has shown that plain tap water is the best for tree health. And, you know, we love to add things. One year, I accidentally added alcohol. I don't want to go into the whole story.
That's an expensive drink for the tree.
Yeah, exactly. So don't do that. Just stick with your plain water and your tree
So
will
not
be
even
fine.
sugar, or I mean, I've added organic sugar.
There's smarter people. Or, yeah, spring
It was our
water.
first
you
year
could
to
add
have a fresh tree. So.
Right.
We'll believe anything we
Yeah.
read on the internet.
I have gone through trying to saw the bottom off because they said saw the bottom off because
Yeah.
it's
It'll
old and then the
absorb that
tree can
fresh
dry.
There's actually validity to that. So just go about 1 inch to 2 inches, saw that part off, the tree will take up more water.
That's so hard, though.
And what if it's not
It is.
absorbing water then? What do you do then?
Okay, so don't freak out if it's not absorbing water. The key with the tree is if it doesn't feel dry, you're okay. Sometimes initially it's not going to take up water until the actual tree starts to dry out.
And do you need to leave the water level pretty high all the time? Because our tree sucks up water constantly.
If it sucks up water, yeah, leave it high, but
high.
as long as it's above that initial cut, you're fine.
And hope that
Oh,
your tree
okay.
doesn't tip over.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Yes, I've had that problem before.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about length, because there's a big discussion in my house about when you should get the tree based on how long you think it'll
Yeah.
last. How long in general does a live tree last in your home?
Trees will last 2 months or more.
Wow.
The few keys, keep it away from things like air conditioning, keep it away from windows that have sunlight. Those are some common mistakes. Don't spray it with hairspray and all this stuff that you hear about. Just keep it in a darker place, away from direct vents, and you'll be fine. Yeah, the trees will last. If they get water, they will last for a period of time, up to 8 weeks.
Does
Wow.
the weather have
Wow.
anything to do with it? Like the fact that it's been so hot and humid, is that good because it's humid or bad because
Only
it's
with the
hot?
availability of trees. They usually
Okay.
keep them underneath tents, so it's a little bit less humid underneath tents anyway. Once they're staged and underneath tents, the weather really doesn't have anything to do with it.
Okay.
Okay, so here's
that's good
another
to know.
concern, and I'm almost
Yeah.
leaning towards Linda with this one because of bugs. You get a live tree, sometimes you worry about having bugs.
Yeah.
Right, so if you see behind us, there are some spiders in the tree.
Oh,
I'm just joking. No, bugs can be a concern. All you do is before you get them in the house, you just shake them off a little bit. I mean, there is a chance of some bugs being on the tree, but it's nothing to really worry about.
So they don't come like infested. There might just be a ride along.
It's not
They might be a
termites.
ride-along
Right.
from up north, like a brown recluse or something.
Alex, you're not being nice to us.
In all my years, I've never had bugs on my Christmas tree, I
Right,
have to say.
they're generally safe, yeah.
I was worried
All right.
about having the live tree, fresh tree with the dog, but it's been okay so far.
Dogs love trees, except they like to
They-
urinate
That's
on
what I was
trees.
worried about. Right, that's what I was worried
You'll
about.
get
but-
some extra stuff in your
Right,
water.
you'll get a
That
nice
was
scent with
worried
that.
for the,
Right,
tree.
yeah.
All right, when you think of trees, sometimes, you know, you're thinking of the idea of they're cutting them down. So is having a live tree bad for the environment versus having an artificial
Right.
tree?
Actually, it's better for the environment. They
Oh.
come from an agricultural crop. Not only are they biodegradable, they're recyclable. They really do well. Plastic trees, you have to look at it like this. They're non-biodegradable. You can't really recycle them. They're typically manufactured overseas. That they're not really regulated with the plastics and the fillers that they use. So sometimes they're even toxic.
And they're not as pretty.
And they're not as pretty.
I have to admit.
Smells so good.
Right.
And it's worth all the vacuuming. It'll be fine.
Yep, exactly.
Mine made a mess.
All right,
Oh,
well,
they're
thank
nice.
you so much, Alex. Now, if
welcome.
you want to get more information or get any of your tree tips, you want to go to choicetropics.com or just visit one of their local locations
Because they
on the
have
Sun
Christmas
Coast.
trees.
Yes, they do. And next, we'll have Money Matters. Thanks again.
Thank you.